The game is to figure out if you can see ghosts. I can't remember all the rules and such, so I'm sorry, but you'll have to look it up. I sat down in a field outside of my yard so I could concentrate better. I began concentrating, but as soon as I closed my eyes, I heard someone walk up next to me, but nobody was there. I tried to concentrate again, this time opening the windows to the bathroom and the 2 windows in my parents' bedroom. I started walking through our hallway and noticed a black shadow person sitting on our couch. I quickly went into my sister's room and opened her windows. When I left her room, I noticed the shadow was gone. I moved on into my bedroom, then my sister's room, then our laundry room, where it became increasingly more difficult. The closer I moved to the living room, the more effort it took to imagine and the more anxious I felt. I quickly opened the kitchen window and slowly made my way towards the living room. I opened the patio sliding glass door, then moved the curtains to the first window, opened it, doing the same with the second window. The third window, it got very hard to focus. I kept hearing noises, kept hearing crows crowing, the wind started picking up, and I started getting super cold. I opened my eyes briefly and saw crows circling me. This time more angry and determined. I focused as hard as I could and opened the window. When I did, it started thundering and the wind picked up again. Concentrating again, I sat down on the couch that the shadow was on, and after a couple seconds, the front door flew open. I opened my eyes and stood there for a minute, thinking about what all just happened, and then I heard a rope tightening. I headed for home and felt like I was being watched the entire time. My sister went with me this time. I went outside again to concentrate better. As soon as I began focusing again, all that ran through my mind was, no, not this again, not again. Pushing those thoughts aside, I went through the house, opening all the windows again. When I passed my sister's room, I looked for the shadow from before, but it wasn't there. That's when I realized it was in the dining room instead of the living room. Freaked out, I ran into my sister's room and opened the window. When I turned around, the shadow was in the doorway. I screamed no and stop at it almost simultaneously, and it disappeared. I began walking to my bedroom when I noticed the door was still open from the first time I did it. I looked out the door and noticed a dark figure in our yard. It was too dark to notice any features, almost as if it had a hood on. I opened my window and saw the figure out my window. I moved on to another room where there was another figure outside the window. I opened the window and left, and when passing my door again, I saw the figure that was outside, but this time it was much closer and staring at me through the glass. I went through the laundry room and kitchen, dark shadowy figures still watching from the windows. I went into the living room, and when I looked out those windows, there was a ton of shadow people watching me from the tree line. I sat down on the couch, then the room started getting darker. I opened my eyes and went home. My sister said that at one point, the part where it was in my sister's doorway, I'm guessing, she saw the grass around me moving as if someone was walking towards me. She said the grass was moving too close to me, maybe 3 feet away, so she started to head towards it, but then it disappeared.